Quem acompanha o meu canal já sabe que eu tenho vários vídeos aqui com erros comuns de pronúncia que nós brasileiros cometemos quando falamos inglês, e eu sempre explico que esses erros são parte do processo. Eu jamais vou estar aqui para julgar esses erros, até porque muitos deles eu cometia também, mas sempre surgem nos comentários coisas do tipo, mas será que se eu falar assim os nativos vão me entender? E é isso que a gente vai ver hoje. Será que eles nos entendem quando a gente faz um erro assim que muda muito a pronúncia de uma palavra? Então eu escolhi 10 erros de pronúncia com base nesse vídeo aqui que eu já publiquei aqui no canal, e eu vou falar essas palavras da forma errada para 3 falantes nativos, um de cada lugar do mundo, assim. Então, para isso eu vou usar uma ferramenta do Cambly, que é um dos patrocinadores aqui do canal. Todo mês eu tenho postado um vídeo com eles. No Cambly você pode conversar com falantes nativos da mesma forma que eu vou mostrar aqui hoje, entrando no site ou no aplicativo, e você encontra professores de inglês disponíveis 24 horas por dia. E usando o código que tá aqui na descrição, você ganha 15 minutos de graça para usar o Cambly. Você pode usar com qualquer um dos professores que eu vou mostrar aqui hoje. Então, let's get started! So hi, welcome to English in Brazil. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Tracy, and I'm from Southern California in the United States.
My name is Stephen. I'm from New Zealand, but right now I live in Ecuador.
My name is Jonathan. My parents are actually from Hong Kong, but they moved to England when they were very young. But I'm British, so yeah, I was born in England.
You're learning Portuguese, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to learn Portuguese. I don't speak very well, but I'm learning.
So I'm gonna mention 10 words that Brazilians often mispronounce in English, and you just have to react to them and say if they sound like something else or if you understand these words.
Okay.
So the first one is apple.
Able. Are you saying able?
No, I'm saying apple.
Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds a little... Apple.
Oh, apple. I think you're trying to say apple.
I think that's apple.
I'm gonna give you an example, okay? An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That's a good example.
But you know that apple is apple just because you have many Brazilian students, or you just would understand anyway?
I would understand that you were trying to say apple, but I had to ask you to repeat it.
What if somebody says apple? Would you understand, like in the middle of a conversation?
I think the context would be very important, depending on what they have just explained. If they just said apple out of the blue with no context, I would probably be scratching my head.
The second word is hotel.
Hotel?
I said hotel.
Hotel.
Hotel?
Yes?
I think you want to say hotel, right?
So that word is hotel. The stress is on the second syllable.
Well, that's not a terrible mispronunciation. I think it's easy. Which hotel are you staying at, for example?
The third one is vegetable.
Okay, so I think you're trying to say vegetable.
Vegetable. I think it's quite a classic error, this one.
Yeah.
Vegetable. You want to say vegetable.
Yeah, vegetable.
Yeah.
I love vegetable soup.
Me too. That's a tricky one because when we read the word phonetically, it should be vegetable, right? But English is not a phonetic language.
What if I say vegetable? Would you understand it?
Yes, I would understand what you were trying to say, but I would correct you.
Okay. The fourth one is bush.
Bush.
Okay, now that one I'm not sure what you're saying. Can you use it in a sentence?
Bush?
I'm gonna give you an example. Stop beating around the bush.
Yeah, that's a great idiom. And the correct pronunciation is bush.
Okay, so what's the name of the president?
The former president of the United States,
Yes.
President Bush,
Bush, not Bush, right?
not Bush.
So Bush is a problem for you, right?
Yes, that was.
You wouldn't understand Bush.
And I wouldn't understand bush.
The fifth one is issue.
Issue, maybe? If you have an issue,
No,
you need a tissue.
no.
I don't understand that one either. Say it again.
Issue.
Okay. Use it in a sentence for me.
I missed you waiting for you.
Oh, missed you. Okay. I didn't catch the M when you said, I thought you said issue.
It's something else. I'm issue waiting for you.
Uh-oh.
Stew. I think
Stew.
stew. Do you want to say still? Still.
I'm still waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you. That I think, yeah, you definitely want to say, I'm still waiting for you.
Oh, still.
Yeah, it's
Still. Okay, that was a tough one.
yeah. Still waiting for you.
Oh, still. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
This is a mistake that many Brazilians in the very basic levels make. The sixth one is but.
But I think maybe you want to say put.
But,
But.
okay. Use it in a sentence for me.
You can put it on the table.
Ah, using the B sound for the P of put, you can put it on the table. That's very common in Saudi Arabian students as well. They get their P's and their B's mixed up.
But actually my intention here was to use the wrong vowel, so I said but instead of put. But there's something else.
Okay.
No aspiration. So I didn't say put. I said put.
Yeah.
And then you hear a B, right?
That's right, because it's the difference between a voiced sound and an unvoiced sound. With the P, we should be able to feel that aspiration if we put our hand in front of our mouth.
That's so interesting because I said it in one of my videos because, for example, we don't say paper. Brazilians would say paper. No aspiration. So the tendency is that native speakers would understand it as a B, not a P. Even though we're saying
That's true.
we are pronouncing a P, but no aspiration. So you hear a B. Seventh word is healthy.
Okay, so I think you're saying healthy. Say it again.
Healthy.
Okay, so it's health. It comes from the word health. Can you say health?
Well, actually, it's not health.
Healthy. Okay, well, I think you mean healthy. You need to eat more fruits and vegetables to be healthy.
It's not what I mean. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
I love 2.5 men.
2.5?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying half. Okay, good sentence. Thank you for saying that for me. Okay, so it's pronounced half.
Oh, okay. Now I know. 2.5 men. Right. Half men. 2.5 men.
Yeah, and many Brazilians would say half or healthy.
Yeah. I was a bit confused there, but yeah, half.
Half.
Yeah,
With this
half.
beautiful British English. Half.
Yeah, half. Yeah, half.
I would say half.
Half. Yeah, more American.
The eighth word is private.
Okay, so I think you're trying to say prevent.
Private. Ah, okay. I think I know what you want to say here. Private.
She's a private teacher.
Yeah, she's a private teacher.
Private.
Private, you got it. Yeah, you got it. How did you know that?
I think it was just a guess. It's possible I may have heard some of my Brazilian students pronounce private like private. Yeah.
The ninth word is police.
Police. Maybe you want to say police.
Police. You need to behave yourself so you don't hear from the police.
Police. And what if I said police? Would you understand that? Like
Police. The context would be important, but yeah, I think I would understand. But maybe not every native English speaker would.
Police. I think you're trying to say police. Can you use it in a sentence?
he's a police officer.
Okay, so police, the stress is on the second syllable, police.
The 10th word is seis.
Seis. Okay, well that sounds like 6 in Spanish.
Yeah, seis, which is
Seis?
not a number.
Yeah, I was thinking Brazilian. I was thinking Portuguese there. Seis. Maybe you want to say says. I'm not sure.
I think you're trying to say says. Can you use it in a sentence?
She says she's been worried about it.
Okay, so the word you're trying to say is says. It comes from the word say, but when you're talking about he says or she says, it's pronounced says.
It's not says. It's says.
So thank you all my Brazilian students. I love working with you. I really do love my Brazilian students. They're my favorite
Thank
students.
you.
Goodbye, Brazil. It was nice to have this chance to listen to some mispronunciations, and hopefully this video was helpful.
I'm just like shocked that I'm speaking to you. I don't know. I was actually speaking to another Brazilian about you before. I told him, you should watch her videos. I was telling him about you.
Oh, that's awesome, isn't it?
Because he wants to learn English, and it's crazy.
Thank you so much, really.
It was great meeting Karina and teaching a little bit of English to you guys. Have a good time learning English. Bye.
Então é isso, espero que vocês tenham gostado desse vídeo. Eu acho que as opiniões desses professores são válidas, claro, mas também a gente não pode levar como a única opinião possível, porque eles são professores, eles estão acostumados já a ter contato com brasileiros e com pessoas de outros países que acabam cometendo alguns erros de pronúncia, então eu acho que eles têm mais facilidade para pegar, assim, que palavra que eu tava tentando dizer. É claro que algumas eu dei uma exagerada, por exemplo, still, tem gente que não falaria still, falaria, sei lá, still ou alguma coisa assim. E se gostou do vídeo, por favor, clique em gostei e inscreva-se aqui no English in Brazil, porque tem vídeo novo toda semana. See you next video, bye!